welcome to this episode of the Corporate Escapists TV show and podcast. We are back for 2025, and I am so delighted to have two most amazing, beautiful souls joining us. Thank you and welcome, Cathryn and Isabelle, to the show.
Thank you for having us. We are so excited to be here.
I can't wait for this conversation because I think this is going to be the perfect way not only to show how women can inspire other people, but also how you can actually build a business, but with friendship, with love, kindness, and also to empower other people. So I'm really excited to be able to share this episode and to chat with you both. Everybody who follows knows that I get carried away. So before we do, I'm going to slow down for a moment. I'm going to hand it over to you, beautiful souls, and I'm going to let you introduce yourself to our audience.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Hi. So we are Cathryn and Isabelle, and we are KWEAN&CO, a handcrafted perfume oil brand designed to be alcohol-free, low-tox, and headache-free for those sensitive to traditional perfumes. The reason why we started KWEAN&CO is because as two mums in the same street, hanging out every day while our kids were playing, we got to know each other and realised we share a passion for beauty and perfume and things like that, but we both suffer with headaches and sensitivities to perfume. So in the midst of COVID, when everything was quiet, we brain farted and
KWEAN&CO arrived.
And KWEAN&CO was born. It took us a year and a half to create the formula, the gentle, sensitive formula that we've got. And all of our scents are 100% original. They are not a copy of anything else. Mm-hmm. And then, hence our journey. And now we've started. So we're our first range is the Royal Collection, and that's built around building confidence in women and inspiring confidence. And
all of the names around our perfumes were drawn from a very, I guess, emotional side. So, Duchess. So every woman has a different can wake up with a different vibe or a different feeling depending on what you're going through, where you've been, where you want to get to, how you're feeling. So we drew on that. We've got Duchess, we've got Empress, we've got Goddess, and my Queen and Princess. So there's something that embodies something from every woman, and we can kind of flow and feel like a little bit of a princess one day and then feel like an empress the next. So
and they all literally smell like what the name is, and you feel like that when you wear it. So
they are amazing. Like, my handbag's just here and I keep it in my bag. I love the packaging. I'm just going to bring it out. So I changed handbags, so he's hoping that it's in there, but here it is. I love it because it's royal, because obviously the red velvet just speaks opulence. And can I just say, these are just the perfect size too, because there's so many times when you're going out and you, for me, I change handbags, and you just don't want to have all the bulky stuff. So it's super handy with it. We gave all of this to our VIPs for the Inspire Awards. So thank you so much for being an amazing sponsor for that. And I received so many compliments. Everyone's like, do you have any spares? Do you have any spares? Because I want some, because everybody loved it. And I love what you're saying, Isabelle, that, I think women, we shouldn't be put into one simple box, because we have the emotions. And actually, I feel like our emotions are our superpower, and your perfumes can allow us to tap into those emotions on a daily basis and allow us to rise with it as well.
100%. That's our goal, is to, empower women and, build strength in our community.
Yeah. And what's it like? Obviously, I mean, I am such a big fan of, collaboration over competition. And I think a lot of women get caught up going, oh my God, but they're doing this or they're doing that. Whereas I think everybody is so unique, and it's their own mission, their purpose, that allows them to stand and shine on their own, opposed to worrying about who the competition is. Like, how was that, like, obviously being friends and then obviously going into business together as well?
Well, I think Cathryn and I really bounce off each other's strengths. So Cathryn is great with people, and whereas I can appear very extroverted, but I'm actually quite introverted. So I'm great behind the scenes, and Cathryn is great, being our front of head girl. So and she's amazing at building those personal relationships, and I'm great at writing the emails, but when it comes to those face to face, Cathryn, she's got the strengths behind that. So it is. I think we're really lucky that we have had, maybe not lucky. I don't know the right word. We've had a lot of life experience, but we are able to work together to, like I said, work off each other's strengths and build on each other and lean on each other where we need to. And I think our life experience has helped a lot with that, maturity aside. And then also the business side of things, like there's enough in the world for everybody. Like, we don't need to compete with anyone. We are ourselves, and we have our own mission, and our mission is to help women. And, having our perfumes, that's our gateway to help more women. And there is so much abundance in the world. We don't need to compete. We don't need, we just stay in our lane. And I think that's one thing about business, is just blocking out other competitors, and rather than seeing them as competitors, seeing them as either gurus or a coach or someone that you can look up to and be like, wow, like they're doing amazing. Like, I wonder what they're doing to get to that, instead of taking it as a personal, oh no, we're not doing good enough.
Yeah, like a growth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that growth mindset, I think, is essential for every business. I'm literally just having a conversation with one of my really good friends before. I'm like sometimes we can feel like everything's going wrong and it's hard to see what's going right in those moments. But if we keep focused on the negative, you never actually can celebrate the positives.
100%.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. And I think
we like to celebrate even the little wins.
Yeah.
And I have a good phone call.
Yeah.
We just did this. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think our background and our life experiences, we really do appreciate the small wins from where we've come from. So, like, even just doing a podcast today, we're like, oh my God, what an achievement. Like, this is incredible.
Yeah.
It's just, it is celebrating those wins and sticking in your lane and using yourself as your self-growth and, having your own goals and knowing, like, there's enough in the world for everybody. We don't need to compete.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I love what you just said, like, life experience, because I think a lot of times people think you need to go to business school or, there's a certain road or pathway that you need to take. But I think sometimes those life experiences allows that resilience to come through, because I think in business you need to be resilient, because there's a lot of, I'm just going to say a lot of shit that happens, like, in it, because you get thrown all these curveballs and you're like, I don't know how to handle it. But when you've got the life experiences, you then learn more about yourself to be able to cope and to see those challenges.
Definitely. And knowing how to pivot and knowing how to, like you said, getting thrown a curveball, like, how do I make this work for me? Or do I just park it and deal with something else? Yeah. Like, knowing when to hang on to something, when to let it go, or when to manipulate something to make it work for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely that resilience.
Yeah. And you talked about celebrate. How do you celebrate? Like, what are some of the things that you do to celebrate?
Yeah. We generally just have a phone call and be like, oh my God, did you see that? We just did that. Like, this is us now. Like, so just everything, every little milestone, it's like, because we've come from very, like, humble beginnings. Like, Isabel's a mum of 3, I'm a mum of 4. We live in, in the middle suburbs of Perth. We all have mortgages. We still work our 9 to 5. So
we haven't come from money. We don't come from, business backgrounds or family that are from business. So we do have very humble beginnings, and I think celebrating those wins, that's another thing, like with the business, it's hard to, I guess, like Cathryn was saying, we're both mums, so it's hard to kind of go out and have a big flashy dinner or something because we've got school pickup or we've got to drop this one here. And so it's like quickly on the phone, like, oh my God, or 5 o'clock in the morning, quickly message them like, are you awake? We've got to do this. Oh my God. So it's great to have each other to bounce off. Yeah. And I think having such similar paths and similar lifestyles. And I think as well, one thing in business, it's hard to sometimes with your family or friends, it's hard to explain the wins because they don't see the background, all of the work that we're doing behind the scenes. So yes, we do have our cheer squad and our family is always going to, and our friends will always support us. But I think for us to be able to be like, oh my God, we got a reply from this email, or oh my God, like we're going here, or we got into this. So that's a different kind of celebration.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I think a lot of the times when you're in business, it's very different because a lot of people just see the end result. They don't see the late nights, the stresses, everything that's probably fallen down, to start with, to be able to get to where you are. And then everyone goes, oh, you're an overnight success. But they haven't seen maybe the 5 years leading up to this very moment.
All of the sacrifices. There's so many sacrifices that go into it. But again, I love that saying, choose your hard.
Yes.
It is going to be hard. So no matter, even if you don't do it, going to work 9 to 5 is hard. It is choosing your hard and knowing that we know that there's going to be a different result at the end of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. What are some of the big goals that you have for this year for the business?
So
only if you want to share.
We have so many. It's like hard to pick which ones. So we currently, because we're a brand with a mission. Do you know what I mean? So our mission is to help women from all walks of life. Hopefully one day be big enough to be able to offer employment and, things like that to women trying to change their lives that come from circumstance. So we currently have our perfumes in 3 women's prisons for Canteen. Mm-hmm. So and that in itself is a huge thing for us. It really hits us personally from life experiences and things like that. So our goal is to be able to be in more prisons Australia-wide. And then start like a program to be able to, like a pre-release program where we can go in and talk to women and
more education,
educate about how to start your own business or how to be a part of ours. And then, hopefully be able to offer employment as one section of our goals for this year. And then again, on the other side, really just to grow our brand awareness and grow our online presence and have people know who we are and what we represent and
what our mission is. And that's the thing is, building, our goal is to build our online presence and our marketing and our brand awareness so that we can help more women because we need the both to work together.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Because I think it's really important. I think if anyone takes anything away from this episode today is like you have a very good mission, and it's in alignment to yourselves and also your business. And I think a lot of people forget, they look at the business, and they see the products and services, but the mission needs to be able to be strong enough to carry you through the tough times because that's what you go back to. It's your why.
Yeah, it is. It is our why, and our business and us we're not just surface level. Yeah. We're not just building a brand to build and then sell and move on. Yeah. We do have a purpose and it is very, very close to our hearts, and that is what drives us, and it is what motivates us, and it is what keeps us going, and it helps us get up early, and it helps us, work late at night because we know the impact that we can have in people's lives.
And
Yeah.
that's also why the confidence around what we're, how we're always saying it builds confidence. We're uplifting, we're doing this. Because when a woman feels confident, that is when she's powerful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And having that, I guess, like going back to the growth mindset and feeling confident in yourself and feeling powerful, you're then able to make better choices and decisions for yourself. But if you're not feeling that in yourself, then how are you able to take in any of that knowledge or take in any of those experiences or learning to then be able to make those better choices?
Yeah, absolutely. How, like you talked about, having obviously your support system and that with you. What I have found the biggest thing for me, for my business, is actually being around like-minded people, like finding my actual tribe. It's not also necessarily my family, my friends, because most of them don't have a business, but it's finding other like-minded business owners that understand challenges but see you and allow you to shine as well and not be threatened, I guess, by that.
Yeah, I think SheCon was great for us.
Yeah, so we're actually part of a woman founded community group. So we are part of SheCon.
Yeah.
And in that group there is
thousands
an abundance of women that are in the same boat we are. Some just starting, some well far ahead. So and we're all in. We all talk with each other and share our struggles and share wins and, things like that. So there's a Facebook group that we talk with and we put in any questions. And also we do their training course as well, because we're not from business background either. So we are literally learning
as we go
every step of the way.
Yeah. Brisbane was great for us.
Yeah.
As a personal level. So we went to the SheCom Awards in Brisbane late year, and we were there for a few days, and Cathryn hadn't left the state for
oh my god, and it was 5-star, I'm telling you. We'd never stayed in 5-star. And it was like the best thing. I was like, oh my god, look at these napkins, look at this food. Like, it was, oh my god, it was amazing. It was so good.
That was a great growth point for us personally, but also like you were saying, in a community, and we were just surrounded. It was just women-led businesses, and it was incredible to hear the keynote speakers and everyone on stage and how everyone's journey, and that, like Cathryn was saying, there's from beginning to middle to end goals, and I think it is great to be part of something like that. And I think it, like you were saying, it is very important because you are around like-minded people, because there are some things that your family is just not going to get.
Yeah,
and that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. What is your favorite perfume from the range?
Mine at the moment is Island Dreams.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, that's like my favorite. I love it. But in the Royal collection, it's Goddess.
Yeah. I'm an Empress. I love my dark and moody, but I also do love Island Dream. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
We're going to put all the
we're going to drop all the links where you can go ahead and get the products, because they are absolutely amazing with it. And like, I am so grateful to have you part of our community, to be able to share. And as I said, you're part of the Inspire Awards. You're coming in to the next issue of our Justice Plan Wedding magazine as well. So very excited about that. Before we go, I love to ask our guests a couple of quick questions with it. These are just some rapid fire questions with it. I'm all about celebrating success. So what's one thing in the last 30 days that you've had a win and you haven't yet celebrated?
Probably you, probably you right now. We need to go out for lunch once we're done and be like, oh my god, we just did that. So we've been so excited about this since we got the email from you a couple of weeks ago. We were like, oh my god, and now it's here. Now we have to celebrate.
Okay. All right, I want to see pictures as evidence to say that you've celebrated. Okay, amazing. And I am very much about supporting people as well. So what's one goal that you've got in the next 30 days that you need help and support with? Because no doubt that there's somebody in my community or in this extended community that can actually help you make that dream come true.
Oh goodness me.
Either the online or anything to do with the prisons or online.
I think the prisons we've got. on the wraps. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, this is a tough one.
We were just talking on the way here. Facebook ads, we
don't understand
that. We will, but not yet. But we will. And I think it's just getting us out there.
Okay.
Brand awareness really, and sharing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've got you covered with that. With it. So any way that we can help and support you and share, please just, you've got my email, reach out to me, let me know. Because I very much about sharing and also just supporting other people, because I know what it takes to build a business. And I love your mission. I love what you guys are doing. I've got one other question that I would love to ask you is if you could invite someone to a dinner party, either from the past or the current, who would it be?
Oh, a dinner party.
Olivia. Because she's so humble.
Actually, yeah, that's a good one.
Olivia Wang.
So when we were over at the SheCom convention, a speaker on the stage was Olivia Wang, and she I think she's retired now, but she made her start from selling Australian products in China. And she's made it really big. And she
also came from a very humble background.
Yeah. And when she was giving her speech, her speech wasn't all about making money and the
sales and the pictures and all of that.
Yeah, it was about why do you want to do it? What makes this, what drives you? What is it that you're searching for? What are you, and things like that.
Money doesn't replace your family. Money doesn't replace love. Money doesn't replace the things that are really important to us. And it was, I think, Cathryn and I both took away from that how amazingly humble such a successful woman is, and how incredibly approachable she is, and just her whole energy and her whole aura was so calming and authentic. So I would love to spend just some time with her.
That's right. And when after listening to her speech, I went and I slept on it, and how the one thing that stuck with me is, why do you want to do it? And the only answer I had was, it's who I am.
Yeah.
And
I love it. It's in your DNA. It's almost
it's just in me. So and that really drove it through. And since her speech, we were able to get her email address, and we've communicated and things. So she's always willing to drop in some helpful hints and some advice, mentoring and some advice and stuff, which is just amazing.
I love it. That would sound like a great dinner party.
Yeah, I think so. We would definitely
that's
pick brains.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, as I said, we're going to drop all of the information where people can reach out to you. So Cathryn and Isabelle, thank you so much for being our very first guest for 2025. I've loved this interview. Really excited to be able to help showcase you. And honestly, if you're out there and you want to support a mission that is bigger than what you could expect these other women to go and follow, but also if you just want beautiful perfumes that's really going to ignite your energy for the day, that's literally what it does for me. I'm very much about energy, and this is what these perfumes do for me. I literally have them lined up. I'm going, what am I feeling today? And I dropped one in there, but this is the one that I carry with me. I'm trying to remember which one this one is. Okay, so this one is the Goddess. So yes. Yeah. I feel like, it's one of those things that, over time, stepping into that feminine energy, really allowing myself to shine. That's what this perfume really represents for me. So I just want to say thank you so much for being an incredible supporter, for being incredible human beings, and really sharing your mission with us today.
Thank you so much. That means the world to us to hear that. Thank you.
My pleasure. I want to thank Cathryn and Isabelle today, and you'll be able to go ahead and follow them. We'll put up all the details below for them. If you're watching this replay, make sure you comment. If you've got any questions, reach out to us. And remember to live life to the fullest every single day. Love and light to you all.